Hello students and welcome back. I hope everyone is doing well and in mathematics we are doing the chapter playing with numbers. In the previous classes we understood the meaning of HCF and LCM and based on the same concepts we have some questions today, that is the application of HCF and LCM, that is in daily life how can we apply the concept of HCF and LCM. So that we'll understand with the help of the questions we have in the last exercise of this chapter, that is exercise 3.7. Some questions will be done by me today and some questions will be given to you as a homework, so you can try. So I hope you'll find it interesting in the class today, and let's start with the class now. So overall we are doing today exercise 3.7 from NCERT book, and the very first question says that, so I'm just reading the question and you can see the question from the book also, but I'll make you understand the question and then we'll do the answer also. So it says that Renu purchases 2 bags of fertilizer of weights 75 kg and 69 kg. Find the maximum value of weight which can measure the weight of the fertilizer exact number of times. So overall what is given to us, there are two different bags A and B. Okay, so let this be bag 1 and bag 2, and both are containing the fertilizer. This is containing the fertilizer of weight 75 kg and this is containing the weight of 69 kg. Okay, now we have to find a weight which is unknown to us. This we don't know. Okay, so we have to find a weight. This weight will be less than both the weight of 75 and 69, and that should help us to measure the weight of 75 kg and measure the weight of 69 kg. Means overall we should have a common factor of both, and that common factor should be the maximum. So we are to find the maximum common weight of both A and B, so that that particular weight can help us to measure the weight of 75 kg and 69 kg exact number of times. Means once we measure with the weight X, maybe 10 times, 20 times, 60 times, in that number of times this 75 kg must be measured. And same thing with the 69 kg. Means once we are taking the help of weight X to measure the weight of A and B, the weight should be accurately measured, means nothing should be left. So overall this common weight must be the factor of A and factor of B, that is the weight 75 kg and 69 kg, and the question given to it, that factor must be highest. So maximum weight we have to find out. So we understood from the question, overall we have to find the HCF of 75 and 69. Once we get the answer, then I'll let you know what is the meaning of that particular answer. So very first let's find out HCF of 75 and 69 is what. So we understood how to do it. Very first we'll find the factors of 75 and 69, if you remember. So 75 can be written as, so I think only this much we can write down. So 75 can be written as 3 into 5 into 5, and then we have 69. For 69 we can write down 3, so it is just 23 into 1 only, so no need to write down. So overall we know the 23 is cannot be divided further, 5 can also be divided further, so both 23 and 5 are the prime numbers. So 69 can be written as 3 into 23. Now you know how to find the HCF. See the common of both. So overall only one common we are getting, that is nothing but 3. So HCF is nothing but 3. So the answer 3, what does it mean? Let's understand the concept. Now we don't need this one. So here our maximum weight X is nothing but 3 kg. Means with the help of 3 kg weight we can measure the weight of bag A and weight of bag B exact number of times. Exact number of times we know 75 will be divisible by 3. 69 will also be completely divisible by 3. So we understood 3 is the common factor of both. And according to the HCF, we understood we don't have any other number greater than 3 common to both. So the maximum weight common to both is 3 kilogram. And now let's check the answer. So overall the answer is 3 kilogram common. So it is nothing but for bag A, what we can write down, that is we have 3 into 25. We can write down 3 into 25 means with the weight 3 kilogram 25 times, if we measure the weight will get done, means overall 75 kilogram weight can be measured in 25 times with the help of 3 kilogram weight. So that number we have to find. For bag B, you can see here 3 and 23. So it is 3 into 23. So overall with the same weight 3 kilogram, if we measure 23 times, that is you take 3 kilogram, then again 3 kilogram, then again 3 kilogram, 23 times if you will complete, you will be able to measure the weight of 69 kilogram, and same 25 times you will be able to measure the weight of 75 kilogram. So overall this is the answer and this is the meaning which is based on the HCF. I hope you understood. Let's go for number 2 now. Number 2 says that 3 boys step off together from the same spot. Their steps measure 63 cm, 70 cm and 77 cm respectively. What is the minimum distance it should cover so that all can step or they cover the distance in complete steps? So let's understand the question very first. There are 3 boys A, B and C. Okay. And they are on the same initial point. So let this be the start point. The line you can see, this is the start point. Now all the 3 boys are going to walk on the ground, and all the 3 have different length of the steps. So once they will start walking at one step, A, B and C will have different distance covered. So A will cover 63 cm, B will cover 70 cm in one step, C will cover 77 cm in one step. So that is the length of one step of A, B and C, 63, 70 and 77 cm. Now the question is, it is given to us, what will be the minimum distance? The minimum distance, okay, common to all the 3 that will be covered by them complete number of times. Meaning is, just take an example, after distance x which we don't know, this is the final point. Okay, so once they start moving or walking together, at one step it will cover 63, so maybe he will come here, 70 will come here, 77 will come here. So every step they will have different points. Okay, so we can say this particular distance is covered by A, but it's not covered by B or not by C also, because he is moving above or beyond 63, he is also going beyond 63. So we can say this distance is not common to 3. Common in the sense all the 3 will not complete their steps, any of the step on this particular line. So there will be some distance, the minimum distance, that will be completing the steps for all the 3. So overall we are going to find out the minimum distance common to all the 3, and let that distance having a line that is called final point. This is the line on which all the 3 will put the step. So the step will be there of all the 3 at particular final point, that is at the distance of x. So overall the question is nothing but we have to find the minimum distance common to all the three which they will cover in complete number of steps. Okay, so number of steps, since they are different, after some distance a distance will be come so that all the three will be able to put the step on that particular line. So overall we are going to find nothing but the LCM of A, B and C footsteps, and once we get, we'll understand the meaning also. So overall we are going to find the LCM, and we can do by any method. The method we understood in the previous class. So I'm going with the long division method. So we know 70 is divisible by 2, 63 not divisible, so we can write down as it is. Then 3 will divide this. 35 and 27 will not be divisible. Again 3 will divide 21 and the rest will not be divisible. Then now 7 will divide all the three. 7 1, 7 5 and 11. And again 5 by 1, 11 as it is. And then 11, 1, 1 and 1. So overall we got the LCM of 63, 70 and 77, and that is nothing but 2 into 3 into 3, 7 into, so 2 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 5 into 11. Okay, so how to multiply this number? So better, first of all you see 2 into 5 is 10 and 3, 3, 9, 9, 7 the 63. So if you multiply this 3, you will get 63 and 11 left. So overall 63 into 11 is how much? You know, 63, 63, 693. So this is 693 into 10, 6930. So we got the answer 6930 centimeter. Now what is the meaning of this? I am telling you the meaning also. So the meaning is, if they will start from A, B, all the three start with a particular point. So after the distance 6930 centimeter, I let the distance be this. So let this point is Y and let this point is X. Okay. So this line which is at the distance of 6930 centimeter is the line on which all the three will put the step. Means they will be able to complete the steps at particular line. Why? Before 6930 centimeter there is no common line for all the three where they will put their steps. That is the meaning of this question, and the solution is done. So overall we found the minimum distance common to both, which is nothing but the multiples of all the three, that is LCM. Now going for question number 4, which says that determine the smallest 3-digit number which is exactly divisible by 6, 8 and 12. So we have to find smallest 3-digit number which is exactly divisible by what? 6, 8 and 12. 6, 8 and 12. So the question is not so difficult now. So we have to find very first the smallest 3-digit number, and that 3-digit smallest number must be divisible by 6 also, 8 also and 12 also. So overall we are going to find the multiples of 6, 8 and 12, and that multiple should be common to all the three, and that should be the minimum or the least number or the least multiple for all the three, but the condition is that number must be 3-digit number. So very first let's find out the LCM of 6, 8 and 12. So we'll get the least common multiple of all the three, and let's see if that answer will be 2-digit or 3-digit. Okay, so if that will be 3-digit, then answer will be that only. If it is not, then we'll go for the next process. So very first, let's find the LCM of 6, 8 and 12. So we know, again you can go for any method. So let's go for 6, 8, 12 long division method. It will take less time. So 3, 4, 6, again 2, 2, 3, and now 2, 3, 1, 3, and now 3, 1, 1, 1. So you can check it again. 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, 2 6 are 12, then 3, 2, 3. So I hope there is no mistake here. 3, 3, and 2 1 time. So overall, this is nothing but 2 into 2 into 2 into 3, and that is how much? 24. Okay. So overall, we can say 24 is the smallest number, which is the common multiple of 6, 8 and 12. That is LCM of this 3 number. But we know 24 is not the 3-digit number. It is 2-digit number. So let's go for the next process. So we know if 24 is the multiple of 6, 8 and 12, then any multiples of 24 will also be the multiple of 6, 8 and 12. So already we know. So what can be done? We know the smallest 3-digit number we have is 100. So very first, let's divide it by 24 and then we'll get the answer. So we have 24. How many times we can divide? Okay, 5 times. So 90, 4 times I think. 96. So in 4 times 96, how much we are getting? 4. Okay. So we know 100 is the 3-digit smallest number, and once we divide it by 24, we are getting the remainder 4. So you understood, 100 minus 4, 96 is divisible by 24. So we can say 96 is the multiple of 24, but that 96 is not 2-digit number. So overall, next to 96, whatever be the multiple of 24, that will be the 3-digit number, and that will be the answer. So we can say our answer will be nothing but 96 plus 24, the next number that we have, and that is nothing but 120. So I hope you understood what is the meaning of this. I am repeating again what I have done. Very first, we had to find the smallest 3-digit number, which is the common multiple of all the 3. Okay. So very first we found the least common multiple of all the 3, and we are getting 24. And we know 24 is 2-digit number, and we have to find 3-digit number. So we know the least 3-digit number we have is 100. So nearby the 100, whatever will be the next 3-digit number, which is the multiple of 24, will be the answer. Okay. So overall, we divided the 3-digit number 100 by 24, and we are getting 4 remainder. So we know 100 minus 4, that is nothing but 96, is the multiple of 24, and since 24 is the multiple of 6, 8 and 12, so even 96 will be the common multiple of 6, 8 and 12. But again, 96 is not the 3-digit number. So what is to be done? We know next to 96, that will be nothing but 96 plus 24, 120. So 120 is the least 3-digit number, which is completely divisible by 6, 8 and 12. So I hope you understood the question. Next we are going for the question number 6. Okay, so the question 5 is based on 4 numbers. You can do yourself. It says that the traffic lights at 3 different road crossings change after every 48 seconds, 22 seconds and 108 seconds respectively. If they change simultaneously at the time of 7 am, at what time will they change simultaneously again? This question says that there are 3 different traffic lights, A, B and C. Okay. And for example, At traffic light A, the signal changes from red to green, and in how much time? That is 48 seconds. Okay, so in the traffic lights, different places, different timings are set. Okay, sometime some places the traffic light is for longer time. That is, the red signal is for longer time as compared to the other. So, for example, at A, the time for red light is 48 seconds, and for B, it is how much? 72 seconds, and this is for 108 seconds. Okay, so in 48 seconds, there is a change in signal in B from red to green, just an example, and from red to green for B in 72 seconds, and for C 108 seconds. Now it says that at 7 a.m. At 7 a.m. all the three traffic lights changes their signal together at the same time. That is, all A, B and C changes from red to green at particular time 7 a.m. So just take an example. At 7 a.m. changes signal together. This is given to us. So after 7 a.m. what will be the timing at which again they will change their signal together, because the timings are different. If one is going red to green, other may not be going red to green, other may be red only, other may be green only. That is possible. But it is given that at particular time 7 a.m. all the three are changing their signal together. That is, maybe all are three going from red to green same time at 7 a.m. Now what will be the next time at which all the three will again change their signal together? So overall we know we are going to find that particular time after 7 a.m. That time must be the common multiple of all the three, and that common multiple must be the least one. So if we are able to find the least common multiple of A, B and C timings, that will give the very next time after 7 a.m. that they will change their signal together. So again we are going to find the LCM of this 48, 72 and 108. Let me do, then I'll give the answer properly. So overall we are going to find the LCM of 48, 72 and 108, and we know how to find the LCM. So you can do with 2, 24, 36, 54, 2, 12, 18, 27, again by 2, 6, 9, 27, again by 2, 3, 9, 27, and by 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 9, and 3, 1, 1, 3, and once we'll divide 3, it will get 3. Okay, so again if you divide by 3, we'll get all 1, 1, 1. So we get all 1. So overall LCM is nothing but 48, 72, 108. This is nothing but 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 4 times. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 4 times, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 times. So let's multiply. So do in a proper way. 27 and 60 into 27. So you try to multiply in the easiest way. So this is how much we are getting: 16 into 27. So let's multiply. How much we get? 432. So I'm getting 432. So overall 432 is the common least multiple of all the three. So you understood, after 432 seconds, that is starting from 7 a.m. after 432 seconds, A, B and C will change their signal together. So let's find the time now. Okay, so I hope you understand the meaning also. Now overall we are getting 432 seconds, This is nothing but how much? 16 to 7 plus how much? So we can write down in a proper way, that is 420 plus 12. This is nothing but 420 second plus 12 second. Okay, I'm just splitting this so that we'll gain the time. And now this is nothing but 420 second is nothing but 7 minutes plus 12 second. So overall we can say after 7 am, after 7 minutes and 12 second, they will change the signal again. So this is nothing but, so we can say next time is 7:07 and 12 am. So at the time 7 am, 7 minute and 12 second, we can say again they will change the signal together from red to green, just for an example. So overall we just found the LCM of all the three, and then we converted the seconds into minutes, and we are getting, because it has to be added with the 7 am, so we added 7 minutes 12 seconds. So this is the exact time, and they'll change the signal together. So I hope you understood question number 6 also. And now let's go for the next question. Question number 8, which says that find the least number which is divisible divided by 6, 15 and 18. So to find the number which when divided by 6, 15 and 18, leave the remainder also. How much? Leave the remainder of 5 in each case. So the question is, so we have to find that particular number which when divided by 6, 15 and 18, they will leave the remainder 5, and that number should be the least one. So to find the number, so this is not just a number, least number. Okay, so very first let's find out the least common multiple of 6, 15 and 18. So whatever the answer will come, then we'll see what is to be done. So I hope you understood the question. We have to find that common multiple, the least common multiple of all the three. Okay, very first we'll find out, but we have to find that particular number, the least number, which when we divided by 6, 15 and 18 will leave the remainder 5. So let's very first find the least common multiple of all the three. So we'll find the LCM of 6, 15 and 18. Then we'll see what is to be done. So we know how to find out 6, 15 and 18. So first we'll try with the 2 only. 2, 3 is 6, 9. And now we can go with 3 only. 3, 1, 5, 3. Now we can go with 3, 5, 1, and then 5, 1, 1, 1. So our LCM is how much? 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. That is how much? 3, 3 is a 9. 5, 2 is a 10. Nothing but 90. So we can say 90 is the least number which is completely divisible by 6, 15 and 18. But we have to find the least number which will be divisible, which will not be completely divisible. They will leave the remainder 5. So what is to be done? If we just add 5 with this number, then once you divide by 6, it will leave the remainder 5. Once it will divide it by 15, it will leave the remainder 5. And 18, it will also leave the remainder 5. So we can say our least number will be 90 plus 5, that is 95. So we can say 95 is the least number which will be divided when divided by 6, 15 and 18, they will leave the remainder 5, because 90 is completely divisible by all the 3 and 19 the least number completely divisible by 3. Sorry, these 3 numbers. So you understood 95 will not be completely divisible by all the 3. All the 3 will leave the remainder in the case. So each will leave the remainder of 5 in this case. So that is the simple answer we have. And I am trying the last one, and then you can take rest of the question as a homework. So question number 11 says that find the LCM of the following numbers in which one number is the factor of the other, and do you find any relation between the same. So overall we have to find the LCM, and the first number is 5 and 20. So all the numbers which are given to you, A, B, C and D, one number is the multiple of the other. So you can see 20 is the multiple of 5. So we have to find the LCM, and then we have to find a relation. So let's find the LCM of 5 and 20 by long division method. So very first we can try with 2. So always start with the least number, least prime number. So our LCM is how much? Of 5 and 20, that is 2 into 2 into 5, and that is nothing but 20. So understood, the LCM is 20, and also you can see 20 is given here also. We can say, so the second number is the multiple of, or the least common multiple of both the numbers. So that is the relation we can write down. So rest you can try as a homework, so not so difficult. I hope you understood the class today, and overall the questions which are to be done by you, I'm giving the homework so that you can try yourself, and anything which is not so clear you can ask anytime. So for today the homework you have is question number 3 I have not done, number 5 I have not done, number 7, 9, 10 and 11 your B, C, D. So 11 B, 11 C, 11 D. So that's all for today. The only thing is we need to apply the proper concept of HCF and LCM, and we need to imagine also, because without imagination the concept is not so properly applied. So for application we need to think also, because only with the help of numbers we cannot apply. We need to have the good imagination also. And if you are stuck anywhere, just let me know so that we can repeat the same concept again. And for today it's done. Just take care, be at home, and Hari Om.